Hello everybody, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. So we had a divergence up here, higher high in price action, clearly lower high in the RSI. You can see the big drop off coming down. We had a cluster area after updating this to the most recent highs of about 5404 to 5421, holding that for a bit, but closing in the rotation zone except for this close. Then we just had a huge plummet down, breaking all key levels of support. So we'll zoom out to the daily chart. Let me reset some of these levels now, because we'll have to redo the projections to the upside. Assuming this low holds for now, we can do a projection from this down to this key low and see what that does. Or that just reinforces another prior level. It reinforces this prior low. Let's just switch out right now to the daily chart. Actually, before we do that, let me put on some retracement levels here just to see, and let me change the color, else we won't be able to tell what they are. All right, so we've already rallied back beyond the 12.5% that's coming in at 51.30. Next area we'll be watching for is about 52.06 to 52.34. So this wide area, the 52.34 is a GAN level from the way up. I'm going to take off these since this level's reinforced. This 49.80 is now reinforced with that GAN level projection, just so we unclutter the charts. All right, so we can see here this 37 after retracement. So one I'd really be focused on if we get through about 52.06. Watch for about 52.81. That's a prior little support level and a 37.5% retracement. Right above that, 52.99. So this is the key area I'd be watching for any rally on the daily chart or on the 4-hour chart. Let's switch over to that daily chart with this big plunge back down and see holding right now where we are right now at the bottom of the rotation zone, spiking down to this key prior support level. If we break down below 50.55, then we'll be watching for 49.80 and then right around a 4,900. Those are the key levels. If we drop below that, then I'd be watching for 47.50 area with the rising 50. So this is a pretty big run up. You can also see on a daily basis we made a higher high in price action and clearly a lower high in RSI. Then we got the sell off. When you start seeing these divergences, doesn't mean we're necessarily going to sell off like this. This was a pretty big sell-off, but it means you should raise your stops or be cautious because momentum's running out. So it could drift sideways or you could get a bigger pullback. We happen to get the bigger pullback. It's why we point these things out so you can watch it on your charts and then be prepared and take the appropriate action. Switching over to Ethereum. So Ethereum, we had our GAN box coming down to give us the 164.19 to 164.69 level, spiking below but holding there on a closing basis. You can see here, then closing below it, which led you to have a breakdown. Now you could always then move the projection down to here. Wouldn't have done much good because of the plummet, but that just would have reinforced this 156 level and these prior lows. And when you saw it cut through there, then you can do the reverse GAN box from this high to this key low over here, which then gave the minor level 153.83, major level 152. It's actually spiked down to, I'll show you on the daily chart, a very key area. Right now, on any rally back up, 156 is what we're watching for. First level of resistance, and then we'd be looking for right around about 161. Let me switch over to that daily chart now. Daily chart coming down to the 200 and the 62.5% level from this run up. You don't want to see a close below the 62.5% level, because if we do, then I'd be expecting much lower prices again. The major resistance now coming in on the daily chart about 164.69. This point, assuming this low holds, I'm going to go from these highs, the most recent highs we just made, to this key low, assuming it holds, which then if we get through to 141.40, 140 area, I'd be watching for about 139.15 with a minor level of 144. The 144 level does line up with this prior little resistance shelf. So those are key levels you can start watching for reversal signals. Or if you're shorting this thing, then those are areas you could take profits or move down your stops. So what we have for you on Ethereum and Bitcoin, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.